Have you ever noticed that certain people always seem to target you? They criticize you more than others. They test your patience, they push your limits, and somehow, it feels like toxic people are naturally drawn to you. At first, it might seem random, like bad luck, but in many cases, it isn't random at all. Toxic people don't choose their targets by accident. The truth is, toxic people often look for specific traits in others. Not because those traits are bad, but because they make someone easier to manipulate, pressure, or control. And if you've ever wondered why you seem to attract toxic individuals in your life, the answer might be hidden in certain behaviors you show without realizing it. This doesn't mean you're weak or that something is wrong with you. In fact, many of the traits toxic people target are actually positive qualities. But when the wrong person sees those qualities, they may try to take advantage of them. So, let's look at 5 reasons toxic people choose certain people as their target. One reason toxic people target someone is because that person is very understanding. You try to see the good in people, you give them the benefit of the doubt. When they make mistakes, you assume they didn't mean to hurt you. At first, this seems like a good quality, and it is. But toxic people quickly notice when someone is willing to overlook bad behavior. They realize that if they apologize or make excuses, you might forgive them again and again. And once they see that pattern, they begin to push your boundaries further. Another reason toxic people may target you is because you avoid conflict. You don't like arguments, you prefer to keep the peace rather than confront someone directly. When something bothers you, you might stay quiet instead of speaking up. But toxic individuals often see this as an opportunity. They understand that if someone avoids confrontation, they are less likely to challenge bad behavior. And that makes it easier for them to continue doing whatever they want without facing consequences. Many people who attract toxic individuals have a strong desire to help others. You might feel responsible for solving problems or supporting people when they struggle. Unfortunately, toxic people often look for exactly this kind of personality. Because when someone feels responsible for helping others, they may tolerate behavior that should never be tolerated. They may stay in unhealthy situations longer than they should. One of the biggest reasons toxic people choose someone as their target is weak boundaries. If someone notices that you rarely say no, they may start asking for more and more. At first, it might be small requests, but over time, the expectations grow. Your time, your energy, your patience all become things they feel entitled to. And if you never clearly set limits, the behavior can continue for a long time. Another common trait toxic people notice is the desire to be liked. Many people want to be seen as kind, supportive, and agreeable, but toxic individuals may use this to their advantage. They understand that if someone values approval, they might tolerate disrespect just to avoid being disliked. And once someone realizes that you are afraid of losing their approval, they gain power in the relationship. But here's the important thing to remember. None of these traits are weaknesses. Being understanding, helpful, and kind are all positive qualities. The problem isn't the qualities themselves. The real problem appears when those qualities exist without boundaries. Because kindness without boundaries can easily turn into vulnerability in the presence of toxic people. Once you recognize these patterns, something interesting happens. Toxic people start losing their influence over you. Because the moment you begin setting boundaries and valuing your own time and energy, the dynamics change. Toxic individuals usually look for easy targets. But when someone becomes aware of their own boundaries and self-worth, they are no longer an easy target. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simple. Not changing who you are, but learning where your kindness should stop.